Welcome to the Senior Basketball Analyst. Tonight was fan night. We had the Atlanta Hawks at Miami Heat, and this is another tale of two teams. One team is trying to get back to glory, and another team really knows who it is and has its identity. The Atlanta Hawks, they have a very strict rotation. Everybody knows where they're supposed to be offensively. Defensively, they're on a string. They help and recover the same way every time. It's really beautiful to watch the way they play the game just because they're so structured. The Heat, on the other hand, here's an easy way to tell when a team is not working on the right things defensively. And see, this isn't about physical effort. This is about whether or not in practice the coaching staff is establishing a philosophy and you are practicing that philosophy over and over again so that you too can be on a string. You can know, okay, when I rotate over here, that means there's going to be a guy right behind me like clockwork. You can tell when a team doesn't have those things when they consistently in screen roll situations have two players chasing the same guy. That was happening all over the place. Two guys running after the same guy and another guy just by himself. Unless you have trapped somebody, which if you perform a trap properly, the offensive player is trapped and can't move. We used to see this all the time. Chris Paul, very early in his career, before teams stopped doing this, he used to drag double teams across the court. So teams would try to trap him, get the ball in his hands, and he would start dribbling away and drag a trap way across the court and totally mess up the configuration of the defense and then whip it across, and now it's too late. Now you're basically in a disadvantaged fast break situation within a half court set as a defense when you play that way. That's how the Miami Heat play defense. They play hard. Eric Spoelstra has always been able to motivate players and convince them to play hard, but they make so many mistakes, and it's really frustrating. So this is a tale of two teams, and this is how it works. Goran Dragic finally got off the snide. That is this is the point guard, man. This is the guy that was supposed to be the final piece to put Miami back into title contention. And he was not playing well. Tonight he comes out, he gets 19 points, 5 rebounds and a couple of assists. Here's the problem. Defensively, he is really struggling right now defensively. And you know what I never noticed about him? He's slow. He's incredibly slow. All night long, Schroeder and Teague were just blowing past him and finding easy opportunities. And with Teague, what's interesting is Teague he's never been a high assist guy in his career. Now tonight he had 9 assists, and that just goes to show how badly he was beating Dragic off the dribble. But usually with Teague will make a pass to that corner. Usually the corner guy doesn't have an open shot. It'll be the second pass. It's called they refer to it sometimes as a hockey assist. I don't watch hockey, so I don't even know if that's an appropriate analogy. But Teague often will throw the pass before the assist. And everybody on this team knows what they're supposed to do, and it's such a good pass. Kyle Korver, who, shot terribly tonight, he made multiple really slick passes. Everybody on this team just knows their role and sticks to it. Again, it's very good to watch. But Dragic, he has to play better defense than this. He can't just get torched like this. And this is what the Miami Heat are facing. They really need Gerald Green to play well. And that's not good. That's just not good. Gerald Green, who I love Gerald Green, but the NBA just does not have any respect for him. He's not a highly paid player. He's always bouncing from team to team. They missed him badly out there. They missed his athleticism, his energy, his speed. They missed him badly. Justice Winslow looked completely lost. Josh McRoberts. McBob looked like he could play a little bit 2 years ago before he got hurt. And now he looks like old McBob again. He looks like he's back before where he can't play anymore. He was out there He committed 5 fouls in 10 minutes of play. Like he's so bad at this point he can't be on the court. He physically can't stay on the court. He's just gonna foul a bunch of times and then go sit down. And of course, he's not making his jump shot. He can't play. He can't play. Chris Webber brought up an excellent point. And on NBA TV, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony always do a good job on Fan Night of giving you good analysis. Chris Webber made an excellent point. He said, man, if it's not Wade or Whiteside on either end of the floor, this team is lost. You know, Chris Bosh is still trying to recover from not playing and, having a serious medical condition with his lung. So we expect that Chris Bosh is not going to play well early, and he did not play well tonight against a great defensive team. Hassan Whiteside, show favorite. I've been trumpeting Hassan Whiteside ever since he finally got an opportunity to play in the NBA. Rolling 90% from the field, 23 points, 14 rebounds, 4 block shots, and really he had 5. They stole one from him on a bogus goaltend call. That was obviously not goaltending, but that's NBA officials. I'll tell you, that Houston game last night, the refs, I don't want to get too far off topic. That Houston game, the refs just made complete fools of themselves. Fools of themselves. The famous play going around the internet is the DJ Augustine 5 steps to the basket. A 5'8" guy who's not quick took one dribble at half court and then went all the way to the basket. That's how many steps he took. It was absurd. It was absurd. And it just 3 refs looking dead at him, just stared at it. But that wasn't even the worst call they made. Patrick Beverley makes a steal. They claim he kicked it. Patrick Beverley asked the ref. He did like this. He says, "Did you see it?" The ref says, "Yeah." The ref just lied to his face. Just lied to him. Because I'm watching it and I said, from the terrible camera angle I had in the camera in the rafters, I could see that wasn't a kickball. And then of course they showed a replay from the vantage point that the referee had. It was obvious he didn't kick it. The ref's staring in the stands or something. He's just not watching the game. And then right after that, Houston's on a fast break. A ref trips Corey Brewer while they're trying to give him a ball. They're throwing the ball ahead to Corey Brewer in the corner for a 3. The ref trips him. Ridiculous. It's these guys mess up games and no one holds them accountable. It's amazing. But anyway, back to the Heat game. Hassan Whiteside again, rolling. There was nothing anybody could do about it. And it was everything, man. He was giving people spin moves, jump hooks, tip dunks. He was playing great defense. Dwayne Wade was Dwayne Wade. It was what you expect. He shoots over 50%. He gives you 20 points. It was what you'd expect. But the problem is it can't be all them. Everybody else has to be able to play tough defense. Luol Deng, oh, man, Luol Deng just looks slow and bad. He just looks so slow. And Luol Deng, look, we watched him in Chicago. Luol Deng was one of those guys. He was one of the steadiest players in the league. He'd give you around 20 points. He played all NBA caliber defense. He's a rock solid citizen, by all accounts, by everybody that's ever met him. Charitable organizations. The only people that think he's worthless are people like Danny Ferry that don't like Africans. Everybody else thinks that Luol Deng's a great guy. From people I know personally here in Chicago that have met him are like, yeah, Luol Deng, man, he's a good dude. It stinks to see him slowing down like this, man. He's just not effective. And then when they brought in Justice Winslow behind him, then he wasn't effective. It got so bad out there that they had to bring in Chris Anderson for energy. Chris Anderson's, he's got to be pushing 40. Chris Anderson's been in the league a long time. And he was playing pro overseas before he even came to the NBA. I remember Chris Anderson when he had no tattoos and could jump. Chris Anderson's, he's stiff and old and he comes out there, but he provided a nice spark for them and helped get them back into the game. It doesn't look good for the Heat. It doesn't look good for the Heat in terms of being elite. They're going to be a good team. They have so much talent. They're going to be good. But, man, they just look slow. Mario Chalmers, They took Dragic off of Teague and put Mario Chalmers on, and then Mario Chalmers was letting Teague just blow right past him. Their defense at the point of attack is going to kill them. It's going to kill them if they can't fix it. And I don't know, maybe they can't fix it because I don't know if you're going to be able to find a point guard in free agency that can lock down. But at this point, I almost think they need to make a trade like this early. This early, make a trade, get a point guard in here that can defend at the point of attack and sick him on people. Because you can't have a situation, especially in today's NBA, where all offenses are screen roll based. You can't have a point guard that cannot keep quick guards in front of him. You can't have it. All the top teams, they have point guards that can blow by and finish strong at the rack. That is a staple of today's NBA. What the Heat are doing right now is not going to get it done. So tonight, Dwayne Wade left the game briefly for migraines, came back, tried to do a hero's return, and the Heat still come up short. 98-92, Atlanta at Miami. Like the videos, obviously hit the thumbs up. Subscribe, all that. If you're not going to seniorbasketballanalyst.com, you know what you're doing? I know what you're doing because you're doing what I used to do. You're going to multiple different sources for NBA news. We have all the NBA news at seniorbasketballanalyst.com. We have the highlights, we have these videos as well, the analysis. We're doing all of that, man. Follow us at Instagram. Follow us on Vine at SBA4String. You know the hashtag is hashtag SBA4. Follow me on Twitter, man. If you do all those things, really, all you have to do is go to seniorbasketballanalyst.com. It's all tied up in one nice, neat package. And you know that.